So I'm writing a book,
Sorry.
How to Sell Nothing. And I have a consulting company. I coach 30 to 40 people around the country, from financial advisors to mortgage brokers, the top mortgage person in the United States, nonprofits, defense contractors. I help them grow their business by having making the emotional connection is more important than the logical one. And I started working with Nancy maybe about 3 months ago, where I did not have a website. I did not do any podcasts. I didn't even know what a podcast was. And I got referred to Nancy, had a conversation with her, and realized she knows what she's doing. And I joined her class, brought my admin in. And since then, because of your class and your training, and I give the credit to Nancy and Holly, I've been booked on 19 podcasts. My website's up and done. You've helped all the cover. I mean, I took the full package where you did all the work and was just incredibly impressed.
Well, thank you. And
I could go on, but that's a good start.
Well, 19 shows in 12 weeks is a brilliant outcome. I really compliment you. I remember the conversation we had about you being kind of a big picture guy and not so big on the administrivia. And then, of course, somewhere along the line, you broke your arm, right? Which makes it kind of hard
to happen, yes.
Hard to type. So I'm really glad that you brought Holly along, because it's really been fun to see your confidence grow and your conviction around doing this grow, and to see you showing up in so many ways, not just on Garden Variety podcasts, but top 1% podcasts. Have you created relationships with hosts that have pointed you in the direction of new revenue coming into your business also?
Yes, but it's also, and you mentioned this at the beginning of the class, and I maybe stressed that it does take some time for these to drop and for them to show up. So there is that gap, and I'd encourage everyone to get engaged and go as quick as you can. The more higher followership podcasts have not dropped, but the conversations I've had with two significant individuals, because of being introduced through you and through what you've done, just top-notch people, and they both said, let's book another call. We haven't even done a podcast yet. They want to do something. So it's there, but there is a lag that it takes that, and you got to be willing to start sooner to see it.
Joe was mentioning the whole idea that sometimes there's a lag time. And I think that's really important when we consider what date it is right now today. Today is June 5th. And if you have the desire to be on top podcasts that your ideal clients are listening to, some of those top podcasts have a wait list of when the podcast will actually drop. So if you get interviewed tomorrow, it could be 2 or 3 months before the podcast drops. And why does that matter? That matters because fourth quarter is where most businesses make the majority of their revenue. And if you say to yourself, I'm going to take the summer off and enjoy the pool or the beach and snooze your visibility, chances are you're going to be hard to find in the fall, which will make it harder to make the money that you want to as you spread your message far and wide. So the timing of knowing that as an insight is a really important thing for y'all to consider. What is the Broadcast Your Brilliance Bootcamp? The Broadcast Your Brilliance Bootcamp is an intimate group mastermind that I lead, where I guide my clients to book themselves on 12 or more of the right podcasts within 12 weeks, and not only any podcast, but the right podcast for their message, and teach them to be masterful in their relationship building skills and their finesse, so that they can create relationships with hosts that can lead to new client opportunities, new strategic partnerships, and other wonderful outcomes. The program is a 12-week journey that we take together, and I'm going to share my screen so I can have some slides to share that will bring this alive for y'all. So bear with me for a moment. Slideshow. From the current slide. I want to know if you can see my screen. Debbie, would you mind letting me know if you can see the screen? Sometimes I get a little tripped up about technology. So it looks like I'm sharing the screen. I'm going here. Yes, we're sharing the screen. Okay, perfect. The Broadcast Your Brilliance Bootcamp is the best thing that I do. It will allow you to book yourself on shows, create intimate relationships, intimate business relationships with other like-minded folks that want to get booked on lots of shows. And it will allow you to potentially be doing business among and between each other. The doing business among and between each other and doing business in general is a really important consideration, because the ideal client to benefit from the Broadcast Your Brilliance Bootcamp is someone who already has a 4-figure offer that's already selling, that's ready to scale up to serve more people that they have not yet met. And so if you are at the pre-revenue or the early stage place where you're just trying to borrow from Peter to pay Paul, the investment required to be part of my program may be beyond what you're comfortable doing, and it may not be the right next step for you, because you really have to get the dialing in of the money piece better before you can make the case that you could spend time on podcast guesting and have it pay off. What's going to happen in the program is you're going to practice and master the 6P system to prepare, position, prioritize the right shows, pitch properly, to make wonderful introductions to people who have the power to bring you to their stage, ping pong people back into your world with an irresistible call to action. And all this is important so that you can profit. You will get visible, boost your authority, and play a part in influential conversations, so you're never hungry for an audience ever again. As a client in the program, you're going to dial in your host-friendly bio and media one sheet and take action so it's seen by influential hosts in short order. You're going to have boosted confidence and conviction to share your message with more of the right people. And you're going to develop habits to establish you for success, not just for the 12 weeks, but indefinitely. Clients who have participated in the program say wonderful things. Christopher Hodges says that it is so much more than help getting booked on podcasts, that I bring a depth and breadth to the sessions, which helped him make his offerings more clear, his messages more impactful, and his content more valuable to his clients. The super side benefit is all the other attendees and their stories and journeys. James Hipkin booked himself on over 60 shows since he graduated from the program. He has the skill set now that he can turn up the volume or turn it down at will to broadcast his brilliance and get in front of more of the right people so he can do more business. Vicky Delajoyo says it's one of the best investments she's ever made in her company, and for all the right reasons, as you can read here on the screen. Deep Paknikar says that I'm a super talented wordsmith whose ideas and approach to podcast guesting is awesome and mind-blowing. And Renee Thornborough, who was a brilliant client, really spoke to the kind of community I build, where I create a supportive, honest, and creative environment where brilliance unfolds for podcast guesting and so much more. She says over the class period, she completed 5 podcast interviews, had 4 more on the schedule, and picked 14 others, and had identified 25 more that she'd be pitching shortly thereafter. She was a superstar that ultimately went on to the National Publicity Summit to score local, regional, and national publicity for herself based on the lessons that I taught her, that she now owns for the rest of her life. I think one of the things I'm most proud of is that my clients appreciate me so much that they honored me with the Star of Excellence Above and Beyond Award for my exemplary expertise in building a supportive and caring community that rises together. I think that there's so many opportunities that you have to consider where you're going to invest your time and your money and your resources. But knowing who it is that's leading the charge and supporting you every step of the way, as evidenced by the recognition provided by clients who were more than happy, supremely happy enough to want to extend this kind of gesture, this just makes me really, really proud. And it gives you confidence, I believe, that what it is that I do and how it is that I do it could be uncommon and preferred compared to other coaching programs that you may have participated in. What's the logistics? We're going to start on June 13th, a Tuesday, from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time, and we are going to go every Tuesday throughout the summer, leading you right into the fall. There will be 2 days that we will not be meeting, 4th of July, which is a national holiday in the United States, and July 31st, because I've got a speaking engagement. But other than that, we're going to be engaged in an intimate group for this whole time, with the intention that you will dial in your media one sheet. You will feel great about your hot topics, your host-friendly bio. You will feel great about how you make your approach. I will show you how to identify the right shows so that you have the best use of your valuable time hitting gold faster than you ever thought possible. You are going to own these skills for the rest of your life and have the success that goes with it when you are well qualified to participate in the first place. Now, some people say, well, I'd like to hire a done-for-you agency. Okay, that's great. If you've got $2,500 a month to invest, I'm more than happy to make a personal referral. But if that is not within the wheelhouse that you have right now, what a wonderful opportunity to learn how to do these things on your own so that you own the skills and can dial up the volume at will. The investment to be part of the Broadcast Your Brilliance Bootcamp is $29.97 for you. And if you choose to bring your assistant along to do the things that are part of the process that are things that you will not do, that's an additional $500. I want everyone to have some skin in the game because you're going to be able to change your game in a dramatic way when you learn and embrace the skills that I'm about to teach you. If this is exciting to you, you can go to getknowngetpaid.com/BYB to read all about it, read all the testimonials, read what we're going to cover week by week, and read about the amazing bonuses that are included. I promise you, you will be gobsmacked by the value that's packed within this program, and hopefully you'll be excited to join us. There are bonuses involved, and they add many times the value of the program to bridge gaps in your skill set that may need to be addressed so you can be more successful. Like, for example, how are your new client enrollment skills? Are they on the money or are they off the mark? There's powerful training to guide you to change your ways with your enrollment conversations so that you can close more of the right clients more readily. How are your networking skills? And are you connecting with human beings in a winning way? A masterclass by Jennifer Beal about how to make those kinds of wonderful conversations that can lead to cash and so much more is included in the program. Do you have a quiz or an assessment to help qualify your ideal clients so you're only talking to the right people and not talking to the wrong people? Well, you're going to get the benefit of special training with Jane Duber, the founder of Magpie, to unlock the power of ethical enrollment in all of your programs by using quizzes and assessments. All these wonderful benefits are already packed within the program so that you can just pick up the fork, pierce the meat, and take a really big bite. The way we roll is that we meet every week, and we alternate between content and live office hours. Content and live office hours. That gives you the opportunity to get my eyes on your message, to collaborate and connect with you individually in the intimate group, and make sure that you are really creating a message that's magnetic, compelling, and head-turning versus being blah, 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 and boring. I think that people rave about the personal attention, and I think the thing that people don't expect that exceeds their expectations is I practice something called sustainable generosity, which means that if you are wise enough to enroll in my tuition-based programs, you're on my radar screen for the length of the time that we are engaged. And that means that when I start my day every day and go to all the podcast guest matchmaking sites that I participate in, I'm not just looking for opportunities for myself, I'm looking for opportunities for you so that you can get a quick leg up and some success straight away so that you can make the connections with hosts that are looking for people just like you so you can succeed faster than you thought possible. People always ask me about the guarantee, and my guarantee is that I will go the extra mile for you. I will show up for every call. I will respond to every question. I will give you the best that I have, but that also requires that you do the same. You show up every week live, hopefully, or by replay if that's what is required given your own plans for travel this summer. But when you show up live, when you tag me in the Facebook group to say, I need help with this, can you help me? I will help you. If you're having trouble, you're going to let me know, and I'm going to go the extra mile to make sure you get the support you need. But this is not the kind of program that you join tentatively put your toe in the water and say, oops, I've made a mistake. I don't want to be there. This is the kind of program that you join where you say, I'm all in at hello, and I'm going to get every last bit of value that I can. And that's the way we're going to do it. So your results are always determined by your own actions, and I'm going to be there to support and champion you every step of the way. If a group program, for whatever reason, is not your favorite way to engage and you'd prefer to work with me privately, you can go to this link right here, getknowngetpaid.com/apply. And you can tell me a little bit about your business and your revenue growth and what you're trying to accomplish. And if I think I can help you, I'll suggest that we book a call. And if you're trying to decide between whether you work with me privately or you do the group, or perhaps both, then ask for a quick chat with me by visiting getknowngetpaid.com/quick chat with Nancy. And you can book a 15-minute session with me, and we can go over what's on your mind, what's holding you back. This isn't a coaching call. This is gosh, I really want to be booking myself on podcasts this summer, Nancy. Which is the best way for me to go given what I'm working with right now? So I invite you to watch the masterclass again if you haven't already watched it. I'm really very heartened to report that over 300 people have watched it on YouTube since last Wednesday, and that was as many people as had registered for the masterclass in the first place. I don't know how many of those people are duplicates or people that have referred their friends, but it's really heartening to see so many people rush to watch the show, participate in it, and get the value. Now, there are always similar kinds of questions that come up, so I'll just try to address a few. Sometimes people say, I'm already working with another coach. Are you going to do this at a later point? And I would say, if you're working with another coach, great. Ask yourself, is your coach helping you to book yourself on podcasts to be more visible? If not, perhaps the Broadcast Your Brilliance Bootcamp can be a powerful supplement and also a timely supplement, because if you get visible in the summer, you're going to be visible in the fall as well. But if you wait and delay, you could be looking at an empty calendar in the fall, and most businesses make the bulk of their money in the fall. So I hope that you will consider adding this as a supplement. Some people say, but I don't have the bandwidth or the know-how to do some of the things that I know I won't do. And that's good for you to know that. Why not bring an assistant along with you into the program so that you can learn how to do this together and own these skills within your own company? Those who divide and conquer and stay in their zone of brilliance the most of the time are the ones that win the best. If you're not ready to decide, well, what else are you not ready to decide in your business too? And could that be the reason that business is a little bit sluggish and maybe not as robust as you would like? If you like to talk and type and create relationships with people, and you know that you're good at it, podcast guesting can become your new favorite visibility strategy if you just embrace it and apply what it is that I want to teach you to your expert and bottom line advantage. And so I would just invite you to consider that. Now, it could be that you want to do podcast guesting, but for whatever reason, I'm not your teacher. And if that's the case, that's okay. Let me know that you still want to do this, and maybe I can refer you to someone in my network who can be an even better match. I know for myself that booking myself on podcasts since the pandemic came to call is the single biggest reason that I was able to create a revenue rush for my products, programs, and services without leaving my house. It's been incredibly empowering for me, and it's been incredibly empowering for my clients. And so I would invite you to embrace it as your new favorite visibility strategy to make it a well-formed habit. What if you can't attend all the live calls? Just know that replays will be posted the same day that they are available, and you can tune in wherever you are in the world to enjoy the replays. Let's see. Can I do this next time? People always ask me that. Can I do this next time? I do the Broadcast Your Brilliance Bootcamp twice a year. I do it twice a year because I run a lean, profitable, and fun business that also allows me to have time for my life. So can you do it next time? Yes, you can, but the likelihood is it's not going to happen until 2024. And why would you wait when the results that you can welcome can happen straight away? I don't know if you have other questions, but if you want to reach out to me privately, you're more than welcome to do that. My email is nancy@getknowngetpaid.com. When you're a student in the program, you will book yourself on 12 or more of the right podcasts because I'm going to show you every step of the way. You're going to create relationships with amazing people that are likely going to become friends and fans of yours and colleagues and referral partners for the lifetime of your successful business. You are going to dial in your call to action so that you can deliver it with confidence and conviction and have the metrics to show for it. If you don't know what you want to create, I'll help you come up with a brilliant idea and help you wordsmith it so that you feel incredibly confident about it. If you are tired of going it alone and you can't quite find the problem that is the reason that things aren't gaining traction, how much more of a relief will it be for you to be a part of an intimate community that has your back as you have theirs? Of course, I really would love for you to come along with your assistant so that you can do this together and stay in your zone of brilliance more of the time. And so there you have it. I had hoped that there would be more people here on the live Q&A to benefit from the giving of answers and responding to questions and to do the coaching that typically happens during these sessions. Maybe you're all on vacation or celebrating graduation or who knows what you all are doing. But if you feel that I am your teacher and you'd like to have me be by your side as you embrace podcast guesting as your new favorite visibility strategy, I would look forward to having the opportunity to chat with you. And there you have it. So thank you so much, and we will see you soon. All right. Bye-bye for now.